Hey, welcome, welcome. Congratulations for being here. You are ready to kick off the new quarter with an absolute bang. I'm Carolyn Bishop. I'm your business with balance coach. And today I'm going to show you how to go through a four-step process, the four steps that you want to put in place to make sure that you are in position to 10x your results. Yes, I'm talking 10xing your results. When you get these four steps done, anything is possible. Anything is possible. So that's what we're going to do today. This is our new quarter kickoff event. So grab a piece of paper and a pen. We are going to try and keep this short and effective, but I want to make sure that you are walking away completely equipped to know exactly what you need to do to make this quarter bigger and better and easier, simpler than any other quarter you've had before. So say hi when you come here. Tell me where you are coming in from. I'm going to pull us up in the group so I can see your comments, and I'm streaming in. There we go. Okay, I see us. So now I can see who is here, who's commenting. So tell me where you're coming from. Tell me where you are currently right now. Maybe you're on holiday because it's summertime. Maybe you are at home enjoying the time. Maybe you're on the other side of the world. Who knows? So let me know where you are coming from. I see Ramika here. I see Dora coming from Schaumburg. Oh, love it. Excellent. All right. So yay, keep telling me, you guys, where are you coming from? And let me know as well. The second thing I want you to tell me is what type of business do you have? This is for female entrepreneurs who coach, teach, or lead others and who are looking to get their business to consistent 10K months in a way where their personal life and their family, their kids, maybe their parents, their friends are the priority in their life. So we are here to build a business to have a great life. We're not here to build our life around our business, right? That's what I talk about is business with balance. And it's all about making sure that your business is helping you build the life you want, not that your life is having to be built around your business. So you see me reaching back here. I've got a big white golden retriever who is a mama's boy and he's looking for love whenever he can. So you'll see me say, oh, there you go. You can see a little bit of him. Anyway, that is River. Hi, 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 hi. So tell me where you're coming from and tell me what kind of business you do. What do you do? Coaching, leading, teaching others. So, yay, I see some more people joining us in. Okay, today we are here for our new quarter kickoff. I'm going to be taking you through the four steps to 10x your business. These things are what you want to get in place. Okay, are we ready to go? Give me a yes, give me a thumbs up. You guys got your pens and paper? Okay, so here we go. River, he's demanding some love right now. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, and what I want to do is make sure you guys can see it. I'm going to come over here and turn this into slideshow mode. Okay, will you let me know if you can see the full screen and not the little things down the side? I want to make sure that it changed when I changed it, or if you guys are still just seeing. Hang on. You guys are still just seeing oh, well, we'll go with this. We'll go with this. Okay. So, first thing I want to do is we're going to go through the four-step process to 10x your results. How to explode your business results starting right now. Okay. That is the goal. We want to do things right here, right now, today, put you in position to move forward. Okay. So, let's dive into this. We're going to go through step one first. And once step one is in place, you're going to find that the other steps will go very quickly. Okay. So, the very first thing here is you want to get a solid pillar path in place. So if you're looking to write notes, write down right now. Step one is set up my solid pillar path. Now, what does that mean? Hey, Christy. Hi. Thank you for being on here. Yes, say hi. Tell me where you're coming from and what type of business you do. So, step one is we've got to build a solid pillar path. Now, the important piece to this is that you have to have all five steps in place of your solid pillar path or it's not going to work. Okay, so this is step one overall, but within the pillar path, there's five steps of the pillar path. So I'm going to take you through them quickly. All right, here we go. With your solid pillar path, okay, the first one is you've got to have a way of finding new leads consistently, a way to bring in leads that is constantly flowing, that has you never wondering where they're coming from, but gets things flowing in a way. Yes, who would love to have a solid, consistent, flowing path of new leads? Does that sound appealing? Yes. Okay. That is one of the first pillars. Now, there is a specific order to build these in because, and this one's not the first one, but I'm showing you in a way that the idea of having all 5 pillars is going to match. But if we just go and find a whole bunch of leads right now, and I just like hand you a telephone book and say, there you go, there's a whole bunch of leads, it's not going to go anywhere. Okay. But what I want to do first is I want to give you all 5 pillars so you know. So the first one is you've got to have a way of getting consistent new leads. The second piece of the solid pillar path is that you have a way to keep them connected to you long term so that if they're not ready to move forward yet, if they're not ready to buy with you, if they're not ready to spend time, if they're still getting to know you, they're not quite sure that you're the right person for them, but that you have lots of different ways to keep them connected to you for long term so that they can build that trust, they can get to know you, they can start to really love what you do and see if you are the right person for them. Once they go through that process, then you want to make sure that you've got some what I call feasts, places where they can get nourishment from you. They can start to understand how you can help them, how you can make a difference in their life. So finding, feeding, and feast. Those are the first 3 stages. These are not the orders you build them in, but these are the 3 stages that you have to have for your clients to move from a stranger all the way to becoming a client. This is part of your pillar path, I call it. Okay, once you have consistent new leads coming in, you know how to keep them connected to you long term. You're doing events that has them really grateful for what you're sharing and teaching. Then the third one, or the fourth one, the fourth pillar that you have to have in place here in your step one is that you have offers that they are excited about, that they are asking you to hear about. They want to know about this. So you find a new lead, they stay connected, they get to know you, start to fall in love with you and what you do. They start spending time with you, learning your expertise, how you can help them. And then they're like, please tell me about your offers. I'd really love to know what else you can do. And then the fifth pillar that you want to have in place is a fulfillment where you not only are getting the clients, this is where people have said yes and said, here's my credit card, I'm in, let's do this, but that it is solid in a way that it is that they are wanting to stay long term, that it is something that is ongoing, that's consistent. And that is your solid pillar path. You must have all 5 of these pillars in place, ways to find new leads, ways to nurture them for a long time as they build the trust, the know, the love for you, that you have events that are going on that they can get in front of you, experience your expertise, start to realize you're who could make the big difference in their life. And then you have offers that are solid, that have people going, oh my gosh, this is what I've been looking for, that it's described in a way that they are like, wow, this is amazing. And then that your fulfillment that you have when people say yes to becoming a client or a customer of yours, that they are getting results, they're getting results quickly, and they don't want to go anywhere because they're so wowed by the results. And you have systems set up to keep them long term. Okay, that is the first step. And what I'm not telling you here is that it's easy. I'm not telling you that. Okay. Those 5 pillars all have to be there, and it takes some work. It takes some time. So, one of the things that I'm going to be doing today. All right. So, yeah, I see somebody saying, going, hello. Yes, I need leads. Hey, Anna, good seeing you here. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Ramika, Rihanna. Love it. Dora's here. All right. So, what I want you to do now is tell me of those 5 pillars in your pillar path, because that's step one of this 4-step process to 10x your results. There's finding, feeding, feast, offering, and then the fulfillment. Which one would you say is the one that needs the most work for you right now? Like we all have one. We all have a pillar that we're like, oh, I don't know if I've got that set up. Is it that you're just not finding people? But is it maybe not that you're not finding people, but maybe you're finding people and they're disappearing after you find them, or those conversations are drying up, or something's happening. So maybe it's your feeding pillar that's missing. Or maybe you've got people, you make connections, you have good conversations with them, but then you're kind of like, hi, I want to buy my stuff, and there's no real feast for them to experience. Or maybe the offer isn't clear and it's not really set up in a way that they can check it out and look into it and see it on their own and figure out what's right for them. Or maybe it's your fulfillment, that you're getting people who are buying stuff from you, but then they don't stick around. It's a really short term and they're going. So what would you say is the one of the 5 pillars that you're missing? So let me share again. I'll bring that back up. You've got your finding, your feeding, your feast, your offering, and your fulfillment. If you had to build one pillar right now, what would you say it is? What would you say it is? And so let me show you two. I'm going to share with you the next slide here. What happens is if you're missing one of these pillars, you'll lose people. Okay. So it doesn't matter how now. Can you hear me now? All right, let's see if you can hear me. Will you guys give me a comment in here if you can hear me? Okay, sound went out. Thought it was on my end. Okay, it is not on your end. My camera died. Yay, you can hear me. Okay, so for some reason my camera just totally cut. I'm here. I promise I didn't leave you. So we're just going to go with the screen share. I'll put it on full and you guys will just hear my voice. I don't know what happened to my camera, but yay, I'm here. Okay, at least you can hear me. Imperfect progress, right? Okay, so that was step one. Step one, if you're writing notes again, is to build a solid pillar path. Because if you don't have it, you'll get no leads, getting ghosted, no show sales, refund requests, cancellations, any of those things can happen. And then the second thing that can happen is, and I'm going to come over to my slides here so I can show you, is if you don't have a solid pillar path, if any of your pillars are really weak or skinny, they're just not, there for people, like they're trying to jump to them, but there's not enough of a landing for them. and they're going to fall between. And that can look like you're getting sporadic leads. Sometimes you get a lot of leads, but then they disappear. Or you're getting prospects that kind of engage with you, but they're pretty unresponsive, and you're not really able to build those relationships and that trust that's happened because people disappear too quickly. Or you're getting an unengaged audience, like maybe you've built the feast, maybe you've got events, but people aren't really attending, they're not showing up, nothing's really happening from them. Or you're getting low sales with your offers aren't super strong, your pillars kind of weak here, and people are falling off because it's not really clear how amazing what you do is. Or they're getting over to the final pillar and there's little or no reorders, there's no renewals because it's not really clear how they're advancing, what's happening. Yes, is this making sense? And can you guys still hear me okay? Okay, let me know you can hear me. So there is step one. We want to make sure that you have a solid pillar path. Step one, getting all 5 of these pillars in place. That is a key. Now, I want to invite you to book a call if you are going, oh my gosh, how do I get a feeding pillar established? How do I expand my fulfillment pillar? How do I create a good feast that people not only come to, but they stay with me and they go all the way to the end and they're excited at the end and then they're asking me for results. Like, how do I do that? I want to invite you to book a call with me if you haven't had one recently. And it's just carolynbishop.com/call. And I know Christy's here with me, part of our breakthrough team. So Christy, if you can drop that link in, that would be amazing. Okay. And then what I want to do is move on to step 2, because once we have this solid pillar path in place, so that we're not having people drop off in the middle and we're not having people fall in between our pillars because maybe we have all 5, but they're really weak, or they're so skinny that they don't allow people to stay in them long enough to really be able to advance. Then once we have this solid pillar path, step 2 is to connect your pillars, to connect your pillars, because it doesn't matter if you are getting a whole ton of new leads if they are not wanting to move to the next step with you, right? Let's jump way over here. It doesn't matter how fabulous your offers are if you don't have people saying yes to it and staying long term with you so that you can really grow and expand your results, right? We have to make sure that our pillars not only are in place, but that they're connected. So once you've done step 1 and you make sure you have a solid pillar path, step 2 to 10x your results this quarter is you've got to make sure that they're really well connected. Now, how do you do that? Again, this is why I want to invite you to a call, because this is going to be really personal for each person with their business and what their expertise is and what they do. But it's going to look something like, well, you find a new lead and then you're offering them something that they've already been looking for, that they don't have to trust you or understand you or know who you are or figure anything out from you yet to be able to say, yes, I want this and move over here. So these are things that are easy, they're quick, they're already craving them, they're already desiring them. And so they are wanting to come get that thing from you, but it's not going, hi, nice to meet you, come do a call with me. If you guys notice, like, you're spending time with me here first on this live, you're seeing the posts in my Facebook group, you're probably on my email list, you've been maybe watching from the background a little while before you are maybe spending this day with me watching this live. Or maybe you came in with the, I don't really know this woman yet, she's got a great topic, let me just pop on and see what it's like. People want to feed first. They want to get little treats and tidbits and tasters on their terms without having to interact, without having to spend a lot of time, without it having to be a big commitment. We need to let people feed where they get to kind of hang around and look from the background. So we want consistent new leads who hang around, because there's something here that connects these 2 pillars. And then they want to attend the events, because from these feedings, they're like, okay, but now I know I'm missing something. Now I know that something's not right. I need something more. Let me attend this person event because that's what I need. And they're wanting to go to the next pillar. So When you find a new lead, how is it connected to them wanting to hang around? Once they're hanging around with you and they're getting to know, like, trust you, how is it connected to the events that you're offering? Once they're at your events, how is it connected to the offer where they are now, after doing the event, going, oh my gosh, I know I'm missing something. I know I need something. I know that I can't progress to the results that I want without this next thing. And they're asking you for your offers. And then when they're hearing about your offers, just saying, please tell me about it. What else do you have? Okay. And I'll tell you honestly, that's what happens when people get on the call with me. It is a style of a feast. So right now, you guys have already found me. You've fed a little bit. You've been in the Facebook group. You've been in the email list. Maybe you popped onto this live and you're like, I'm not going to let her know I'm here. I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to say anything, but I'm going to hang out in the background. I'm kind of feeding. This you may need to do a few times before you know what? I do want to do a call with her. I do want to connect with her. I want to make sure that I'm getting my pillars in place. I'm not willing to wait any longer. I am not wanting to slow my business progress any further, any longer. I want results now. So maybe I will book a call. And then the call is coming into the feast where I can help you identify really quick ways to make sure you have all 5 pillars in place. That's what I'm going to do, is help you make sure that you have a solid pillar path. That's the goal of the path. This is the solid pillar path call. Okay. And what happens though is on that call, because it's so personalized, because you're going to have this awareness like, wow, I'm so grateful now that I have this. You know what? Can you tell me what you do? It happens on every call, because if you've connected your pillars solidly and people are in this feast here where they're on a call with you or they're at an event with you and they're getting such great knowledge, but they're like, oh my gosh, I know I need more things now. Can you tell me what kind of offers do you have? And so what happens on a call with me is then I go into a couple questions and I say, okay, well, tell me about this. Tell me about your business. Where are you at? What is it you're looking to do? What's your investment level that you are wanting to put in terms of time, in terms of energy, in terms of the results that you're wanting? And we do a diagnosis. And then I actually have 3 different offers that I provide to people based on where they're at, how far along they are in their business, and what it is that they really need. And so people ask me. And if they don't ask, I don't share it. Right. So don't panic about booking a call with me, because yes, there's the opportunity for it to turn into a sales call, but it doesn't have to be. It's about you getting your pillars in place. But I will tell you, 100% of the time, people are like, so how could I, get more support with this? How do I do this? And people ask, and then I tell them the options from there. That's how it works. And that's what you want to have here, is this connection of, you find the new leads who hang around, get to know you, they attend your events, and they're like, wow, can you tell me what your offer options are? You tell them about your offer options, and then they're saying, you know what, I'd like to hang out with you. I'd like to do this. Let's work with this. And one of the things I really like to do is all my offers have a guarantee, so that they never feel like a risk. They never feel like, you're having to commit to something you're not sure about. And so that brings people to the fulfillment tower, and then they want to stay long term because they start to see results really quickly. And that's where our clients are getting to consistent 10K months. They're expanding within just a couple weeks their profits right out of the gate. Like, that's why we do the guarantee, because we give such great results right away. Okay. But that's coming back to your 4 steps for your new quarter. Number 1, you got to have your solid pillar path in place. So if you're wondering what to do first, like if you're like, I need to build more than 1 pillar, or you're like, I need to know how to build this specific pillar, book a call. Or the next thing we can talk about on your call, depending on where you're at, is how to connect those pillars. That is step 2 in having a really powerful new quarter. Not only having, the pillars, but connecting them. Because if you have disconnected pillars, it doesn't matter how strong the pillars are. If they're not connected, people are going to fall off. Okay. So we want to make sure they're connected. But then step 3 and 4, let's get to this in your getting your solid, really substantial 10xing your results for this new quarter. 1, having your solid pillar path. 2, connecting your pillars. And then 3 and 4, is that you want to automate for freedom. You want to make sure that you are doing this in a way that you can I get my camera going here? Yay, I can. Hi, I'm back. There we go. I just looked down and it was suddenly reconnected. Okay, so step number 3 then, once you have a solid pillar path, your pillars are connected. Step number 3 is you want to start automating as much as possible. As much as possible, because if you want a business with balance, you don't want to have to be the one moving everybody through every pillar. You don't want to have to be the one providing all the goodness on each of those pillars. You don't want to have to be the one who's running in different directions when somebody's on the feeding pillar and somebody else is on the fulfillment pillar and somebody else is on the feast pillar and somebody, because your prospects are going to be moving across that pillar path all at different paces. Yes? Right? Because you want to have consistent new leads who are constantly coming in. You don't want to have to wait, pull one group across, stop, go back, pull another group across. No, no, no. You want to have lots of people moving across that pillar path all at the same time. Yes? Does that sound good? Like, so you've constantly got new people coming in. You've constantly got people who are feeding on your information, constantly got people coming to your events, constantly have people asking about your offers, constantly have people signing up and becoming clients, constantly have people renewing and staying with being customers. Is that what you'd like? Like constantly having all 5 of those pillars packed with people that are moving across it, that are constantly shifting. Yes, does that sound good? Okay, so then that is step 3, is to automate the pillars. To automate the pillars is to make sure that your transition between them, let me go back and show you the pillars, this transition that's happening on the pillars, what's happening here, and getting people to move between them is as automated as possible, so that you are getting people constantly moving across this pillar path. And so that is step 3, is automate for freedom. And then step 4 is to expand and scale. And this is one of my favorites. Hang on, I'm going to move my camera over now that I know it's working. There we go. So I can stare straight at you. Expand and scale. Now, what do I mean by expand and scale? Let me show you with the pillars again. If we expand and scale, it means we thicken the pillars. We get them stronger. We get them bigger. We have more ways to bring in new leads. This is stage 4 in your 4 steps to 10xing your results this quarter. So step 1 was getting a solid pillar path in place. Step 2 was connecting your pillars. Step 3 is automating for your freedom so that you're not having to be on every pillar all the same time, but that your clients are moving through all the way to be from stranger to becoming a client without you, all at different stages, right? And then step 4 is to expand and scale, where your pillars get thicker, they're stronger, they're closer together, the connection is tighter. And so that you just have this constant flow of new leads who hang around, attend your events, ask you for your offers, and stay long term. So, again, there are the 4 things. So, first, if you're looking at your 4 steps to 10xing your results this quarter, is the first thing you want to do is, do you have any missing pillars? Or do you have any weak pillars? Jump on a call if you do, and we can talk through how to build that specific pillar, or which, if you got more than one, which one to do first, where to work on first. Second, you want to, if you've got all 5 pillars in place, you want to look at if you have any disconnected pillars, because people will still fall through the cracks if the pillars aren't strongly connected. Third, you want to look at how to automate all as much as possible for your freedom, and so that you can have as many people as possible on all the different pillars at the same time. And then fourth, you want to expand and scale for strength, simplicity, and you can see that I didn't finish here, for the flow of consistent new leads who hang around, attend your events, ask you for your offers, and stay long term. That is your 4-step process. That is your 4-step process. Now, hey, Justina, I see you coming in. Thanks for saying hi when you popped on. Okay, so here's what I want y'all to do right now is 1, identify, do you have any missing pillars? 2, identify, do you have any weak pillars that need fixing? 3, Are there any disconnected pillars that aren't really flowing? Like maybe there's a disconnect somewhere in your business where people just stop communicating with you, or they just never advance, or they kind of everybody's hanging out. Maybe you got a whole ton of freebie seekers who aren't ever advancing to becoming a customer, even though they're saying they love you, they're saying you're wonderful, but they're never really advancing. Maybe there is a disconnect between the pillar that they're on and the next pillar. And then fourth is, do you have it in place, but are you having to run your tail off because you're having to work all five pillars when everybody's on different stages? You're running around trying to take care of everybody. Do you need to automate things? And then how can you expand it? How can you grow it? How can you get it to the point that your pillars are so tight together that there is no question that, oh, of course I'm going to step to the next pillar, is what your prospects are saying. So people are just moving across here, and you're finding strangers who move across your pillar plan and are becoming clients consistently, smoothly, simply, and all at different paces. People all move at different speeds, but what you want to do is make sure that they are moving all the way across from a stranger all the way to clients and then staying long term. So, all right, so here's what I want you to do right now is I want you to say in the chat, missing pillar, disconnected pillar, automation, or strengthening? What stage are you at right now? Okay, are you at stage one where you need to have a pillar path? So write down missing pillar. That would be your first thing. Like I've missing or weak pillars. I'm in step one. Are you in step one where you know you have a missing or a weak pillar and your pillar path isn't complete yet? Where would you, are you a step one? Put step one if you're a step one. You're like, I've got a pillar I need to fix. I got a pillar I've got to put in place. I got a pillar I really need to strengthen. It's one, well, there's one that's really weak. Are you in step one? Or are you in step two to 10x your results? Now, this doesn't mean that your business is weak. That's not what we're saying, because everybody's got different visions. You may be working on getting to, 6-figure months right now. And you're like, ooh, to do a 6-figure month, that pillar's a little bit weak right now. Okay, so are you in step one? Are you in step two, where you've got your pillars, they're there, but you're realizing they're a little disconnected? Do you have disconnected pillars? Are you in step two? Okay. I see someone says step one, I have a pillar I need to fix. Okay. Someone else said disconnected automated fulfillment. So you're working on step two, step three. So then step three, if you've got pillars, all 5 pillars, and you're feeling like they're really well connected, people move from start to finish. Are you in step three where you want to start automating things? Okay. Simplifying things, getting things working without you. That's step three. Or are you at step four, where now it's about strengthening, expanding, and scaling, where maybe you've got consistent 6-figure months, and now you're looking to move to, or a 6-figure year, let's say, and now you're looking to move to 6-figure months. So that would be where you're expanding, scaling, making sure that everything is really well connected and that people are just flying from the beginning of the pillar path all the way to the end. So are you on step one, step two, step three, or step four? Let me know. And then we'll drop in the chat right here one more time for you. The call, it's carolynbishop.com/call. Christy, if you don't mind dropping that in, that would be amazing. And do me a favor, now that you've put in what step you're in, whether you're 1, 2, 3, or 4, do me a favor and share this. If you've got other people who want to expand their business, they want to grow, they're ready for something new in this quarter, they are dedicated, they're leaders, they've got people that they are coaching, teaching, training, they want to really make a big difference in their business and get this established so that they can help other people, will you guys share this recording? What I want you to do is tag them in it. Tag people, because there are so many amazing women leaders out there who have gifts and talents. They can change people's lives. They are able to make a difference with the skills, the knowledge, the products that they have. But if their pillar path isn't complete, a lot of people are losing out, right? So do me a favor. I want you to tag some people that you know could be amazing, amazing leaders of masses of people. they're already amazing leaders themselves, but that you know that if they had the ability to get themselves out there to more people, had a more complete pillar path, maybe stronger pillar path, more connected pillars, that they could really make a difference in the lives of other people. So share this. I want you to tag somebody else in this, and let's get this out there. Let's kick off this quarter not only serving ourselves, but really serving others as well. And I want to again invite you to book a call so that we can, that's my way of serving you, so that we can make sure your pillar path is getting into place, getting really strongly connected, getting automated, and then strengthening, expanding, and scaling to the point that you can impact the hundreds or thousands or millions of lives that you are wanting to impact with what you do. So thanks again for being with me today. We are here every Wednesday. If you want the automated reminders, we have our cute little bot, Bella, who sends out a notification before each weekly live telling you what the topic is and giving you the link so you can just click on to get to the group. And that is just it's go.carolynbishop.com/live, and you can set yourself up with those reminders. All right. So have a wonderful Wednesday. I will see you on the call, hopefully. All right. And go get those 4 steps done. It's not easy, takes a bit, but if you want help, jump on that call and we'll just figure out what your next step is and we'll go from there. All right. Happy Wednesday.